Welcome to the 17th episode of Dad's Rank Things. I'm Jones.
I'm Tyler.
And today we get us started with another Facebook suggestion. This one came from your sister again, I believe. And this was the best TV dads.
Leave us alone.
So as dads, we watch a lot of TV, of course. And there's some dads that we like to emulate, but then there's also guys that we just like. And so that's what our list is. We don't necessarily have these guys as role models, that these guys would be great dads, but it's guys that we enjoy watching.
So you have to understand, these aren't what we consider the best dads in TV history, okay? These are our favorite dads.
Right.
Are they the best? You never know. Maybe they are. Maybe that's because we're that awesome at picking them.
I'll get it started. My number 3 is Philip, a.k.a. Uncle Phil, Philip Banks from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I like him. He's got a quick temper, which I mean is a kind of bad thing, but he's funny while doing it.
Yeah.
He spoils his kids, and he's rich. And those things are what I want to be when I grow up. So I like him. That's why I found out when I was watching when I was growing up, a lot of these guys, it made me want to be a dad, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I watch these guys and I say, hey, that would be kind of fun to be like Uncle Phil.
Yeah. I mean, not technically a dad in the sense of the show. I mean, his name's Uncle Phil, but yes, he has kids.
Carlton.
Yeah, he has Ashley, and he has them all. But I like him. Stay tuned. Number 3 for me. I'm going off the book here a little bit. All right. I'm going with Tony Maselli is his name, and he was on Who's the Boss.
Oh yeah.
Tony Danza played the character. And the way I look at it, first of all, I realized growing up, I watched this show way more than I probably even fathomed, because it was always on reruns.
Yeah, reruns like crazy.
Like crazy. So, but I think the story behind it, right? He was a professional baseball player, had an injury. Was living in Brooklyn, moved his daughter out of the city to Connecticut with a rich lady and their family, and ended up being a housemaid?
Right, yeah, kind of like a butler,
but he did a little bit of everything.
He's an odd job guy.
Odd jobs,
yeah.
But he got to bring his daughter, Alyssa Milano, along for the ride. So I thought he made some good strides as a dad. All along with me really enjoying the show and really breaking the stereotype for Italian Americans.
He's a very likable guy.
He was, and he still is, I think.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Tony Danza.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
There's nothing bad to say about him.
He's 68 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, 68. I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
And I was like, what has he been doing? I think he's on a show, I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, called The Good Cop.
I haven't seen that one.
Have you heard anything about it?
No.
Me neither. Nothing. Who's the Boss was on for 8 seasons though.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm obviously with Jones for my number 2. I also have Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
James Avery. He died. He's dead.
Just recently, yeah.
I think I have it written down. I think it was 2013.
Oh.
Not too recently.
This is 6 years ago.
Jones lives a slow life.
That's how much I miss Dr. Phil. I mean, Dr. Phil. Uncle Phil. It seems like he just passed recently.
So I liked him because, well, A, he disciplined. All right? Mm-hmm. Dads today, I don't know if we discipline enough. B, he was consistent with his discipline, right? He was always the same, but then every once in a while he nurtured when he thought it was right. So that's why I agree with you. This doesn't happen often on Dad's Rank Things where we have the same answers, but we don't, because we want it to be organic.
It's true.
So we both share the same one already.
He was really good at giving life lessons in a speech.
Absolutely.
Now, of course, that's up to the scriptwriters and not necessarily the actor himself. But he
had to deliver.
He was good at delivering it.
That's right.
He made you feel.
Always.
My number 2 is another really funny dad, Tim Taylor. The Toolman, a.k.a. from Home Improvement. Tim the Toolman Taylor, yes. Things you like about him, of course, he's manly. He's accident prone, even though he likes to fix up stuff, of course, which is kind of like me as well. I find similarities with Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah.
Little known fact, did you know that the show Tool Time, within the show Home Improvement, was originally called Hammer Time? But because people thought we'd get confused with MC Hammer, which was popular during the time, they didn't want to face a lawsuit, so they changed the name of the show.
I like Tool Time better.
I do too. And they also thought that Tool Time was going to be the name of the show.
I can see that.
But that would lead to a lot of confusion too, because it's Tool Time the fake show, Tool Time the real show, and Home Improvement makes a better family show anybody.
I Home Improvement was on. I looked at him as one of my options. Home Improvement was on to a point of nausea when I was growing up. Like it was on too much.
Right.
Every channel had the reruns. You know, it was like you couldn't get away from it. It actually made me dislike the show at times because I really liked it in its originality.
Right. And maybe it went on a season too long. It went for 8 seasons.
True.
There was rumors of a 9th season in which I guess Tim Taylor turned down $50 million for that.
They were getting into like really serious life lessons as the boys got older. You know, JTT wasn't like breaking my 8th grade girlfriend's heart anymore. He was like doing drugs or something.
You got to keep it light on a TV sitcom, especially in the late 90s.
Yeah, you should have.
My number 1 is also really, really light. That's Peter Griffin.
Oh,
from Family Guy.
What a great dad.
They've been on the air for 17 seasons now, and still he's the funniest TV dad to me. Over and over and over again, no matter what he does, he's funny. He's got the funny laugh. He condemns Meg, who's the most hated child. He's got a very smart dog who can talk. Brian. I just like Peter Griffin. I took the description directly from the website, and they describe Peter Griffin as a middle-class Irish-American who is bespectacled, obese, blue-collar worker with a prominent Rhode Island and Eastern Massachusetts accent. I thought that was funny. They put
that's a good description.
Bespectacled and obese in the description.
Good description. Very, very specific.
But every time I turn on Family Guy, I can't help but laugh, and so that's the reason why I put Peter Griffin as number 1 is because I always laugh at Peter Griffin.
I should have gone there. Homer Simpson would be a good nominee, I think, for. Maybe he's one of the favorite dads of one of our viewers or listeners. So, all right, number 1 for me. I'm gonna go more recent. My number 1 dad on this list is Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Yeah.
Phil's like the ultimate dad. You know, he's involved. He's caring. He was a cheerleader. He enjoys trampolines. He's a magician. He's a good realtor. You know, like he's the guy you want as your dad 100% of the time. He's funny. Ty Burrell does a great job with that character. So for me, it was an easy one. Phil Dunphy's my number 1.
He gets caught doing a lot of things that dads get caught doing too.
Yeah.
Like you look at his life and it's just relatable.
Absolutely. He's just, you know, not as sneaky as the rest of us dads now.
We can get caught. Or we don't have as smart wives.